match. It is the Insurance Deco Cup, Sri Lanka versus India. Quick look at the summary. It's not looking good for Sri Lanka. They were forced to follow on after being dismissed for 290. At one stage, they appeared to be really making a fight of it, but now 229 for 6 and just 16 runs ahead, which is not much to show in terms of the runs in the bag. It's a lovely, lovely day at the SSC for the fifth and final day of the second test match, and India looking very good indeed. And with me, Faviz Maharoof.
Last 5 days.
India-England series that we all so thought India was in England, all matches, 5 of them getting into day 5, most of them into the final session. And this has been that kind of a series. And at the end of it, if you get a result, then this is great endorsement and advertising of Test cricket. Having said that, the pitch hasn't changed much, but I think India's great hope today is this very dubious approach by Sri Lanka in the last 10 overs or so. Sonal Dinusha, who's batting so well, and a man in form. He's got the Indian bowling attack by the collar, has scored 7 of 37. Keshara as well, a capable player against the Indian bowlers. He's had the measure of Indian bowling, has got 3 of 29. So I've not understood this all-defensive approach from Sri Lanka, unless it was a plan right from the beginning. There was some attacking, aggressive batting, and suddenly they would just pull the shutters down. Hard to understand.
Saransh Jain's got the ball. He'll complete the over he started yesterday. Players carried off when the rains came down. This series co-powered by ORN.com and Delta Exchange. I'll go back further than that, Sanjay. Sri Lanka were 178 for 2 after 43 overs. Basindu Surya Bandara was 83 of 116, 115 balls. In the next 57 balls, he scored only 7. That ends yesterday's over, 229 for 6. Here at the SSC yesterday, Ravindra Jadeja's got ball in hand. The moment Kamindu Mendis got out, brilliant catch from Gill to make that breakthrough. The game changed. India also resorted to the leg sideline, bowling into the rough and spinning it back. The faster bowlers, the bouncers, that ploy really shut Sri Lanka down. And I agree with you, the approach changed totally. Wicket started to fall. So when Sonal Dinusha came in, maybe it was the pressure of, oh dear, what's going on here? No time to react, the clouds were coming in. But that 30 overs was a big contrast, Sanjay.
Might just look for 2 and get those 2 runs. Now we've seen Sonal Dinusha, the first ball from Jadeja, step out and drive down the ground, pick up a single, and now Keshara as well has punched the ball to mid-wicket. So the approach today, whatever little we have seen, is different. And I know overall Sri Lanka slowed down a little bit yesterday, but right towards the end, when you talk about Sonal Dinusha and Keshara just blocking everything, I guess it had something to do with the bad light, rain. They thought, let's just see this day off, because today they're just batting differently from whatever little we've seen. So I guess that was the reason. But India have started off with Jadeja. Let's see whether Saransh Jain will continue from the opposite end.
Oh, well hit, well hit. Down on one knee, Keshara Nuwanta. That's a safe shot. No one in the deep.
Yeah, clearly they've changed their approach from last night. So last night has to be about just playing the day off, not losing wickets. So it was block, block, block. Bad light coming in, rain coming in. And today they've decided, let's get those runs on the board quickly. The 2 batters in form, let's play our shots. India will have to get 23 runs at this stage. 24 to win. Fielder in the deep now for that shot. Goes short, more runs.
Couple of good-looking shots. No need to go over the top. Just play what's in front of you. There are runs on offer. 2, 3, 8 for 6. Jadeja, with all his experience, has dropped that shot. 43 overs, I mentioned 178 for 2. 43.1 overs. The next ball was when Cumming Mendis was out. Tea time. 13 overs later, Sri Lanka had added 21 runs and hadn't lost another wicket. So that's less than 2 runs an over when Dhananjay De Silva came in. And that trend has continued towards the end. Maybe it was spoken at tea, I'm not too sure, but going into a shell happened straight after Cumming Mendis' dismissal.
Opportunity for Saransh Jain, who's bowled now as many overs as Jadeja, more than Sutar, which is really heartening for him. Saw him slightly nervy in his first spell. You can see more body now into every ball that is bowled, but these two batters, in-form batters and such good players of spin. Look at this shot as well from somebody who's in the team for his off-spinners. There was a cut earlier. This is a back foot punch. The great judge of length, Keshara Nuwanta.
Now this is good batting. Use your feet. There's not a lot of pace off the pitch. India, of course, will be wary that overs they'll have that second new ball so they can have a good bang. We've seen the hard ball giving the bowlers something different.
Had a look at KL Rahul from the top angle. He's standing quite deep, which means Saransh Jain is one of those spinners who gets a lot of bounce. Anil Kumble, the first slip used to be really deep.
Well, Sanjay, last evening we were having this conversation during the Mendis Surya Bandara partnership. A lead of 175, blah, blah. That's how in control Sri Lanka seemed. But got to keep in mind, you got to keep the process going. That intent, being positive in defense and attack. If not, the game can change very, very quickly. Exactly what happened to Sri Lanka here. Credit to India though, they kept chipping away. They made run making difficult. 242 for 6.
Suggests that he's really looking forward to this. His confidence is up. More body as well in that first ball. Can pick up on these little things just watching these players. Mano Sutar seems to be in a good mind space. Started off a little, there was uncertainty in the way he bowled in the first innings, start of the second innings. Now I think he's got his rhythm, confidence is back. That wicket of Surya Bandara would have really helped. And interesting talking to him this morning, it wasn't that he saw the batter advancing, Russell. He thought maybe he would, and he had decided beforehand. He had premeditated as a bowler to bowl that wide outside off. Wow.
I got the impression that was the case. There was no way he was reacting to it. Maybe he felt Surya Bandara was relying on that slog sweep. He had scored quite a few runs.
No, he had planned to bowl that particular ball, no matter what. Fire it wide outside off. And he said kudos to Shubman Gill, the captain, who had suggested that. I thought he had a great day as captain. Shubman Gill, the use of Saransh Jain, he's got him now as a proper third spinner. Seemed like he might just lose his services as a third spinner because he was so benign in the first innings.
You know, 1 over for Jadeja from this end. Probably think he'll come from the far end and bowl into that rough. The best move of Shubman Gill yesterday, for me, Sanjay, was not anything to do with his decision making. It was that effort to take that catch of Cumming Mendis. That broke the game. It was just effort and leading from the front with effort.
Somebody tweeted, is there a better all-round fielder than Shubman Gill? That's very true, because that was a catch midfield, and he's an exceptional slip fielder as well. 244.
This evening. Oh yeah, there you go. Jadeja from the far end. 4 overs for the second new ball.
And 4 fielders on the boundary for Sonal Dhanusha. That's the kind of respect they have for him now, for that shot, especially that he plays in that area.
These two as a partnership frustrated India in the first innings too. They batted about 23 to 24 overs together. Kesher and Nuantha faced 74 balls. Then suddenly he felt that he could hit every ball, try to go over the top, and lost his wicket.
The short extra cover. And now is that Jadeja getting the batter to drive. And you've got to admire Jadeja as well, because he is now a generational cricketer who's played in the earlier generation as well, where spinners would bowl long spells. He's embraced this new tactic of short, sharp spells. And now he's doing something which I've rarely seen Jadeja do. Very rarely. 2 balls that he bowled to the right-hander were all driving length. So he's getting the batter to drive and trying to get that slip and short extra cover into play.
But that's not a mistake. Yeah, it is intentional. It is giving the batter the feel, oh yeah, I can hit these balls. And then